We are back here, Unfiltered Radio.com. Your boy Jay Skyline. Shout out to the people also watching live on YouTube. First things first, Pitt has just broke some news to us in this world. We have a new starting quarterback at the Pitt Panthers. For our guys out in LA, you might remember the name. This is former USC Trojan Max Brown has won the starting job at Pitt. If you are not fully aware of the whole Max Brown situation, he is a graduate transfer, meaning he graduated at something at USC, and because he was not starting or getting the playing time he wanted, he transferred to Pitt. I'm excited. I've seen a little bit of his clips. He was He was supposed to be the starter at USC at the beginning of last year, so he had the ability to start at USC, which is a national title type of team every year. Saying that, I gotta see. Let me play this. Wipe out Youngstown State or whoever that team is that y'all playing first, and then we can talk. But I don't think you're going to beat Penn State, and I don't think you're going to beat Oklahoma State, and I don't think it's going to be Max's fault. So it's going to be hard to judge the season when you lose 7 people before the first game or 4 people before the first game. So, but I'm excited. It's always nice to have, I guess, a understanding of who's going to start at quarterback. I'm kind of shocked it took this long. I understand that he was battling a redshirt freshman for the job, but I just never thought it was going to take that long. In other news, more big news from our universities. The Big Ten list came out today. The Big Ten list is not about the conference. It's a Big Ten for the universities that produce the most Broadway stars in our country. Both CMU and Point State Park made the top 10 list for the universities that produce the most Broadway musical talent in the country. That is special. Think about it. That's 10 schools. We have 50 states. Whatever amount of counties and cities and all that other shit. We got 2 schools in our small town, well, small city, big town. That's what we call ourselves, small city, big town. We got 2 of them. CMU is a legendary university. It's one of the older universities in this country, and it's like one level away from being an Ivy League school. So that one isn't something that shocks me. Point State Park shocks me. Point State Park in Pittsburgh, if you're not from Pittsburgh, is like the university or the place you go to make sure it doesn't say community college on your application. It sounds cold, but that's the easiest way I can put it. Is if you didn't want your thing to say CCAC, and there's nothing wrong with that because I'm a CCAC guy, but if you didn't want your shit to say CCAC or whatever the Beaver County one is, you go to Point State Park and you just make it. It's like that's just what it is. So for them to be on the top 10 in the Broadway musical talent means that I was ignorant of something about Point State Park. Completely ignorant of something about Point State Park. I will admit that. Like I said, I knew what CMU was rocking. CMU was on the cutting edge. They were like, again, you might not know CMU. Your boss or the people that run your company know about CMU. So the CMU one is not that shocking. But it's nice. Again, Broadway is something different. It's not sports related. It's not everything in the city has to be sports or Heinz ketchup related. So it's nice to get something new. Like I said, for the last 20 years, it's been more about the medical advances we've had in this city, which is cool. But let's get some entertainment, have some uniqueness of our people, and it's nice to see that. I would love to get names too. I'm gonna probably before the next show try to run down like a quick 5 names of people you should know in the Broadway community in the city. It's still music. It's musicals most of the time. So and what I understand is us at Grind Mode, we're supposed to represent everything. So I want to represent our local talent in Broadway pretty soon. It does not mean I'm going to be out here playing Broadway musicals on the air. Don't try me. Just don't. But yeah, like I said, it's nice. It's a nice top 10. Shout out to Point State Park and CMU, as always. Let's get to what's rocking the country. Y'all want to talk about Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. I'm done. There's nothing I can say about the fight at this point that matters. I can tell you that they lowered the boxing gloves down to 8 ounces, which gives Conor a better chance in theory. Saying that, here's my new updates for that. The bets, which again, this is not about fighting. This is about the money that y'all spend. I say y'all because I do not gamble unless I'm at like a carnival. I played a little game when you put the money down on like the 1, 5, 20 and whatever, and they spin the wheel and you hope you get your cash. I do that. I'll go broke on that. That's why I can't gamble on anything else. But yeah, I don't gamble. But people are out here gambling a lot. And this is the statistics. And I think real hardly when I say this, because if you don't listen to me, you're going to think I'm stupid. And I'm not the one that's going to be stupid when you figure this out. About 81% of the bets being placed for Conor McGregor to win. About 91% of the money Actually, no, my bad. Let's flip that number. 71% of the money is for Floyd. What that means is more people are betting small amounts of money on Conor, but the majority of the money is still being bet on Floyd, meaning that the people betting on Floyd are putting a lot more money down. Easiest way to put this, Conor McGregor fans are putting $10 on the fight. Floyd Mayweather fans are putting $500 on the fight. Like, it's that big of a gap in what's the amount of money being spent. Or even another analogy, because everybody thinks we're about to die in nuclear war. We spend 10% of our budget on military. North Korea spends about 33% of their budget on military. North Korea does not have a bigger military than we do. It's just that they spend more of their total money on military. We still have a very much larger military than North Korea. Same way I'm looking at it in this Conor McGregor fight. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to put their money on Conor because y'all want him to win. But the people that really believe that the person they are betting on is about to win is putting their real money on that. So it's interesting. It's interesting to see that Conor's the favorite by the people, but
it's the upset.
Oh, it's the well, no,
he's the upset.
This is the biggest upset ever. Like, what could have been a bigger upset than first thing, this will for boxing, this will destroy boxing. People don't think it will. I think it would. Reason is, this is Floyd's 50th fight. He went 49-0 and only almost lost like 2 fights. If he loses to somebody who's not considered a boxer, there's a problem. There's a problem. Like, he went 50-0. So just think about that when y'all get all geeked up about this weekend. My last thing about the fight, before I'm probably done until after the fight, is we're going to call this the TMZ news of the week or whatever. Justin Bieber has been walking Floyd Mayweather out to his fight since Justin Bieber's been famous.
The Biebs.
I don't know why, because it's weird to me. Actually, I'm with Conor, because Conor said all that shit on the thing about you out here wearing school book bags and shit. You can't even read. I'm not going with the read part, but you're out here like 40 years old chilling with kids. Like, Justin Bieber's a kid to me. Well, to you, Justin Bieber's a peer to me. It's a difference. So Justin Bieber will not be hanging out with Floyd Mayweather anymore. It's because of his new religious choices. He's like with a new church. It's like the new church to Kyrie Irving a lot. It's like, I'm assuming it's about to be the new Scientology. Because this is what it sounds like. It's just like famous people were going to a new church. And Justin's part of it. And part of it is he's getting rid of the bad influences in his life. And apparently the bad influence from Floyd is that Floyd loves strip clubs. And apparently this new thing.
So he's just changing his image, and he's made enough off of that image. So now he's going to the clean image, sort of like everybody else, Molly Ray, and everybody who went through their urban, boom, boom, bad character image, and now they're going to the clean, wholesome. Yeah, that's what that is.
But like I said, Floyd Mayweather is not happy about it. And that's the other reason why I think this is weird. Because the only reason I'm talking about this is, and the only reason I think it's news, is because people are out here saying that Floyd is furious, and I'm like, bro, it's Justin fucking Bieber. Calm down.
It's probably the way he said it to him, though. They're probably like, I'm trying to go this way. It's like, what the fuck are you was rolling with this for? Like, don't try to, it's what they're doing. Like, well.
So, like I said, it's going to be interesting. I have no belief that this will affect the fight. And if it does affect the fight, the Floyd Mayweather is a weirder person than I thought he was.
Justin Bieber was his good luck charm. It's like having a rabbit's foot.
I don't even know how I feel about that. It's like having a rabbit's foot. Justin Bieber was his good luck charm.
I guess. I don't know.
It could be true.
I mean, people have weirder.
Yes.
Yes.
Shout out to R. Kelly.
That has nothing to do with good luck charms.
But
also, baseball players or people who have. You went to R. Kelly. He got some sort of good luck somehow to be getting waited this long. But
yesterday we talked about it a little bit yesterday, but again, the solar eclipse happened, and people are still talking about it. The reason I'm only going back into it is because people out here not getting on the Trump solar eclipse thing. The solar eclipse really didn't go through Washington, D.C. all like that. Yeah. So it's not like he really – I don't actually understand it. I know him and his wife and his son were out there looking at the camera or looking at the sun. And then people were talking about how they looked at the sun and Donald stared up there without no glasses.
And it's a picture.
Yes.
Like, so it looks like he's staring forever. But how many times have you looked up? Like, there's a lot of people. I looked up, I mean, I didn't stare with like full wide eyed, but I mean, everybody's like, you tell someone don't do something, they go on the peak. So I mean, he was just the person that peaked who got caught. He's the main person.
Oh yeah, like I said, I mean, I have nothing.
Now, if people went blind after it, then it's a story.
Ooh,
yeah, then it's like, well, you're an asshole. You looked up, and you went blind. But if it didn't affect nothing, Okay, let it go. Fuck me, please.
Kind of wish he would have went blind just so we could find out that the government can actually make people unblind. Because that's what all you'd have found out. Speaking of that, but again, Trump family looking at the son, not a big deal. Trump, the president, has re-put out another cease and desist order type of thing for his son. He wants the media and people to stop using his son to talk about and stuff. I'm like, bro.
You're in the public eye. Just like, okay, that's like Obama putting a cease and desist. I mean, you went on him forever and still went on him. And you're in the presidency and you're still talking about him. So, I mean, like.
Hey, like I said, I don't get it. There is a level. Like, there's levels to this.
Kids, I mean, I understand.
Like, I have read some stuff, like they're talking about, like they're ripping on how, like, what clothes he wears and stuff like that. I don't leave it too far.
But it kind of goes with the way that your parent is running the country too.
Yes.
You know, because they talk about every child who's, you know, been in the White House. And it depends on what your parent is doing, determines the way that they talk about you in the media.
Oh, yeah.
Or if they can't find them, then they look, you know, like the whole Chelsea Clinton thing. And then, like, everybody's talking about the Bush daughters to some extent. Not saying everybody had a bad rep. So now it's like your dad's so much on this side or so unpopular that of course it's going to sprinkle down to unpopular talk. Again, I'm not for, you know, just dissing a kid for no reason. I wouldn't have been for it for the Obama kids either. But it's like, it's not one of those things that you're making better by going out saying a whole bunch of shit and then expecting nothing to come back on, you know, or no one to say anything devious or wild to your, you know. So.
Oh, yeah. No, like I said, to me, I'm here to rip on your dad and to talk about your mom's naked pictures. I don't have anything truthful about you to say, so I'm not going to talk about you. I don't know nothing about that child.
What if your outfit's blood? I mean, someone's saying something about the clothes you wear, fuck it. I mean,
the only thing is, I think he's like 12. I don't know. Like, I feel like if the kid's young enough that we think he doesn't pick his own clothes, that's not on him.
You're in the White House. You have a stylist, a this, a that, a dope. Well, I mean, so either or. And you're in the like you're just in the public eye. Don't be in the business of being in public eye. Not saying the kid wanted to be in it, but you are. You're in it. It just is what it is. They're gonna, you know. Oh
yeah, like I said, I just thought it was interesting. Like I said, Trump is out here for all the things that he talks about. Being this worried about his son is kind of something that's interesting about it. Like I said, I know nothing about Byron. I heard he's not like fully there. Like he's not the same as the other children that he had. Okay. He is a little bit more emotional. I'm not gonna say he's mentally challenged or anything, but they say he's a little emotional.
Okay.
So,
but he's young, so it, you know, hearing stuff like you talk about the older ones, the one that's the real pale one that they always talk about. They could probably take it more. Yeah.
So yeah, no, like man, they talk about the girls all the time. So even though Trump did that to himself, because then he had like that weird thing where he's like, if that wasn't my daughter,
about the one I didn't even know there was a second daughter.
Yeah, because that's the one he don't talk about.
Saturday Night Live did a little sketch where they had her, you know, and they kept mugging her to the back, like so that was funny.
Man, everybody got one, man. Remember, we don't hear about Will Smith's third son ever anymore.
Yeah, the oldest.
Yeah, the oldest.
Yeah,
the DJ. He's a DJ. Mm-hmm. So there's always one, man. What my mom said one time. Your dad get mad when they bring the outside kids. Whenever your family call and your outside kids show up to the house and your dad didn't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, first coldest thing you ever hear somebody say is outside kids.
Yeah,
and that's how that is.
That's the politest way to put what the parent or the mom or whoever normally wants to say about the outside kid. Right? So just to be an outside kid. Yeah. So what? Who's the outside kid? The daughter or?
Because all the kids have different parents, I think. Okay. So one of the daughters has like neither of them daughters are from that woman that's in the White House as the first lady.
No, she looks like she's new. Like
I said, I know that's the boy's mom. Now the other youngest. The youngest, that's his mom.
Okay, but everybody else who's older is Trump days, you know.
Right. The only difference is that one daughter of Trump's actually wants to be next to him and does all the shit next to him, so she's with him in the political side. The other daughter was off before he went to go run for candidacy. Shit, I think the other daughter was giving money to Hillary Clinton.
Okay.
Like during the presidency, she was donating money to Hillary Clinton. So that's how
I know my dad. One of y'all is my dad. So
yeah, it was that serious on that note. But again, it's not it's weird to me when we get into the families of politicians, and I think this might have started back with the Kennedys, because I feel like I know way more about other Kennedys as on top of the regular Kennedy we talk about. So it's interesting. I say lay off the kid a little bit. We have enough to talk about his dad and what his dad does and doesn't do for this country. Like that's the only reason it's weird to me is Donald Trump is fucking up so hard that his approval rating is like 33%. Mm-hmm. Y'all have enough to talk about Donald Trump alone. And again, I'd rather talk about his wife's naked pictures. So, because they keep on talking about Michelle Obama not being a graceful first lady. I'm like,
Wow.
yeah, there's a lot of talk about that. But you're the first lady now. I can go on the internet within like 30 seconds of a Google post. And
what is ungrace? What was the example used for Michelle Obama?
Showing too much arm.
The arm thing?
Yeah, the arm.
And now she wears short sleeves now too?
She wears no clothes in the middle of...
No, I'm saying now she wears no sleeves. And
now she plagiarizes full fucking speeches from the woman.
Exactly.
So yeah, like I said, I will rip on Donald Trump and his wife and his oldest 2 daughters. I'm cool. Like, firstly, I've never had any interest to talk about it. It's just never something that ever came up. Yeah. The only time I ever talked about him was that time that he looked tired as hell waiting to find out if his dad won the presidency on TV. I felt so bad for that child the night like, even if he won or lost, I feel bad for the children that are under like 12.
To be there for the photo op, they had to stay up.
Because it's like 3 a.m.
Yeah. The night you don't want to stay up with your parents.
Right. So that's the only thing I was like, I felt bad for him that day. Actually, I'm sorry. Like, just like we say about racism, you're born into racism and you get raised into it. We don't know what Byron's real personality is. So at that moment in time, I did feel bad that he had to sit there with his racist ass dad while that all shit happened. So yeah, but like I said, always let me know how y'all feeling about the whole situation. Again, let us know about how your eclipse went. My eclipse went by watching on the TV and peeking outside every once in a while.
I was in here and actually forgot. Like, by the time I got done with downloading the songs that I was doing, I looked out and there was a group of people standing outside. I ran downstairs and it was like, it was fading off. Like, I caught the tail end of whatever it was. That's why I didn't post anything. So,
hey, man, let y'all know because Ann James told me he was sleeping. So, and honest to God, I might have been too. I think I slept through that thing that happened with the moon a couple months ago. I was pissed about that. It was like something happened with the moon at night or something. It was a red moon. It was supposed to be a red moon. I slept through that.
Or something, yeah.
So I know I remember the last time it was close because I went up to Mount Washington for that. That was cool. So but yeah, we're gonna be right back. I'm gonna let y'all get back to this music, get back to y'all personal lives for I'll give you about 10 minutes. So we'll be right back. Grandma Worldwide Radio. It's Unfiltered. Your boy Jay Skyline solo today with Malachi on the boards. We'll be right back. Rap City. Yeah. Are we still on?